So then I introduce Ole Leifers from Leifels from Kubikfoto, and he's going to talk about web VR. I think the sound should work, and you should start immediately. Well, then um, give it a hand, give him a hand, and then
Yeah, thanks for the invitation. Yeah, I've a little presentation here about web VR, especially for Karen. And it's actually about live action-based web VR experiences, so video-based web VR experiences. And just quickly, just a little bit about our production company. So you understand while we are exploring that exact or this special area of virtual reality, we're based in Bremen or on the border of Bremen, 1 hour up north. If you want to drop by, founded in 2007, we are a digital production studio and focusing on interactive video-based or live-action online experiences. And just before I dive into the web VR stuff, I want to show you 1 or 2 projects of ours that we did for online, where you maybe understand what we did before and why that's connecting to virtual reality as well. This is a project. We are originally more from the advertising side of things, but we did lots of say documentary NGO projects as well. I thought this would maybe be more interesting here. This is a project against alt-right extremism. It's an educational tool for children or young adults, I would say. Sound is on. Nice.
Hallo, na? Fällt es dir auf? Das ist doch kein normales Zimmer.
And here?
Hier wohnt ein Neonazi.
Yes.
Zeig dich mal genauer
there lives a
umzuschauen.
neo-Nazi.
In diesem Zimmer kannst
And
du
yes,
dich
he
über den
does
rechten
lots of
Lifestyle
crazy things. And
informieren
then,
und in die
I don't know,
rechte
do you still hear me here?
Erlebniswelt eintauchen.
Now you can explore. You have all these hidden hotspots here, and you can start exploring the room. For example, go to the cupboard here and see what their brands are they're wearing, and
Heutzutage hat die Neonazi-Szene sogar
yeah,
eigene
have lots of information about it.
Schicke Kleidung mit
Oh, she's talking all the time.
Auch die rechte
This
Szene ist online.
expert,
Im Internet
I will
oder
shut this down a little bit.
Weltnetz.
Yeah, it's called Weltnetz in their ideology. You can ask them questions like interactively, why the guys are, how they use the internet and stuff, all these kinds of things, and they're responding, and you can explore and find lots of things. For example, as well, like some Easter eggs here. You try to open this ammunition box, and now you have to find these Nazi souvenirs, how we call it. Find 5 like things in this room. For example, this, I don't know how it's called. And then you can open the box and find more content and all this kind of stuff. So yeah, an educational tool based on video and photos and but mixed with interactivity. And another project for Greenpeace we did also an interactive online experience where you scroll yourself through the north shore, how do you say, northern sea. You start here in the middle, and you have these kind of interactive elements, all based on videos and WebGL technology. Some specials, you can move this away, and when you scroll your mouse wheel, then you have these different scenes you're exploring, and can scroll further through. And also, if you scroll further, you have embedded 360 scene on the boat here with interactive elements. as well. But that's for online experiences only for your desktop or also for your mobile phone if you have one. Smartphone, go on to this address. If you have good internet connection, it's a nice experience as well. Then I have this nice quote, but I think it's even less humble if I read it than just typing it into a presentation. So I don't read it, but now we are going to the VR content. First, before I'm showing what we are doing in this area, just quick, I think for all of you guys, it should be no news, but I'm explaining very quickly anyways. We have these two types of content in virtual reality, real-time 3D experiences and 360 videos. And there are some differences, of course. For real-time 3D, we have like head tracking, room scale, full 3D environment, lots of interaction, of course. But it's as well, it's always synthetic visuality. And 360 videos on the other side are always linear. That's an important point. So there's no interaction in it, and so the user can't do anything in these environments, not actively. And also, I mean, it's a maybe a strange word I hear, passive interaction, but I think it's a very important one, that 360 videos don't react to the users' actions and the views of the users. It's also a very big problem for directors when it comes to storytelling or dramaturgy in 360, because you don't know where the user is looking, and maybe there's something going on the other side, like Karen said before. There's going on something and the users just don't see it because they are accidentally looking to the other side all the time. And directors get very creative here and try to find solutions, but it's a big problem still. But the good thing, you have the real environment. So if you want to, especially in advertising or journalism, if you want to show real locations, real people, it's the way to go, of course. So you could also say active and passive VR. And now, with our background in bringing interactivity to video-based experiences, of course, it was very natural for us to explore what we can do with our technology in VR. So we are exploring, we are still exploring the possibilities, what you could do in live action-based VR experiences. So I want to show a first demo we did or we published in 2016. Wasn't yet web VR technology, but was for desktop and Google Cardboard, so mobile VR. I'm choosing 8K here. Spannung steigt. Okay. We have this environment here where you can see also already some interactive elements like this. How's it called? Lens flare. And you can look around here and see this.
What are you looking at? Huh?
Nice fella here. And every time you're looking at him,
what are you looking at? Huh?
He seems to not like it. Always says the same thing here, but for us, just was a test where if you could seamlessly program this world, so so we know where the user is looking, and then start interactions with the people here around you. So this would be an example of a passive interaction, as
what
we call it.
What are you looking at? Huh?
That we can direct the whole scene. Another one here, an interactive one. Works different in VR, of course, but that's it. Interactive sound we have as well here.
Huh?
you can start the boombox here, and of course 3D sound and dynamic sound here. Yeah, you can have a look at this yourself if you like on kubikfotovr.com. And okay, some key features we are developing here, or we did develop here. Of course, live action, as I said before, people relocations, responsive. That's how we call these passive interactions. Where whenever someone looks somewhere, we can start scenes or plays. Interactive interactions where people could really do something, make decisions. For example, close-up zooms, which I didn't show now, but will show in a couple of seconds. Exploring multiple scenes, of course, 3D sound that is not only stereo, and more important, dynamic interactive sound, so we can put sound elements somewhere when the people are looking somewhere or doing something. Oh, and of course, interactive user interface as well. Okay, now WebVR. So I will now show some examples for WebVR experiences that really work in your browser, also with these high-end headsets. For example, one also an educational tool we did for kids, Expedition Wild Worlds, I would call it in English, I think. And you can explore the forests here in Brandenburg. And now this the website already detects if you have a headset connected to your computer. If so, it would directly start inside the VR headset. If you have one, if not, you can start in this desktop versions.
Schön,
I'm
dass du da
skipping the
bist.
intro.
Ich bin Christina, Ranger. Möchtest also sofort loslegen?
Yes.
Alles klar.
Please.
Wenn du die Augen aufmachst und die Ohren spitzt, wirst du hier richtig viel entdecken im Wald. Und an allen Stellen, zu denen wir noch weitere Informationen haben, findest du Schilder. Und wenn du noch Fragen hast, klick einfach auf das Schild hier und dir wird geholfen. Na dann.
Yes, let's go. Come on. And then you also find this. There's some story embedded. If you want to explore this or show your kids or so, you can go to the website. But now the interactive part is like finding these little things here.
Ameisen bevölkern unsere Erde seit mehr als 90 Millionen Jahren.
Close-ups here, embedded videos. Yeah, you can. I'm sorry. You can change locations, of course. See this little snake here.
Eine exzellente Schwimmerin, die auch im Wasser jagt.
Oh, I didn't want to click. Yes. And all this kinds of stuff here. Next one we did for German broadcaster WDR. It's a time travel experience where you travel back to the 60s. And also, if the headset would be connected, you could start it in VR mode here. But I will show the desktop version. Maybe if you like, you can on our little booth we have outside later. You can experience this on a headset as well if you like. You're now in this garage, and there's
eine Tiefgarage hat sich heute ausgesucht.
There's this time travel pill dealer, and he tries to deal you some pills here, and you can choosing this one. Oh damn! Oh, I fucked up the whole joke here. This pill wasn't ready yet, so he said I should choose another one. I'm choosing this.
Glückwunsch, eine perfekte Wahl. Alles, was du siehst, hörst und fühlst, ist echt. Echt und vom Feinsten. Bereit? Na dann, Mund auf.
So, then you get transported to 1960s Fertighaus that was not so much time was produced by Quelleversand and sold by Quelleversand. So this year an authentic location and was propped with all these kinds of original props from the 60s. I'm skipping the introduction as well here.
Ist wirklich beeindruckend. Die Bewohner haben kleine, dicke Fernsehgeräte mit einem fürchterlich schlechten
this
Bild.
TV
Meistens in Schwarz-Weiß.
I also can now
Und es gibt immer nur zu ganz bestimmten Uhrzeiten etwas zu sehen. Was auch noch krass ist, die Geschlechterrollen.
for example, on this TV, we have a whole day of original material, and it's always displaying the correct program for the correct time. Seems to be 1:20 now. You can also have a closer look at the TV and watch all the material. You have the TV program here. You can choose on a Hertz-2, I think it is. Very interesting TV at this time. In our studio, it really was running for a couple of weeks or months, I would say. Always the same interesting programs. Yes, like a projection here we have where you can skip through photos. That's how they did it in this age, not on a smartphone. You have all this other kinds of. I'm going here.
Scharfer Fummel.
Yes.
Was finden die Menschen, vor allem die Männer, an dieser Verstofflichung von Frauen gedruckt auf Papier?
I don't know. But sex sells, and of course we.
Ich habe mir was bestellt. Welches davon soll ich anziehen?
Yes, which one do you want? I think here's more flesh. But I'm leaving this. If you want to see the rest, you can try this at home. All right, another one, more projects. Okay, another one for WDR. We have here for the closing of all these the last coal mines in Germany. Coal mining is coming to an end, and we did a project here in I think Bottrop it was, where we can go downhole 1,300 meters.
Glück auf, wo soll's hingehen?
Glück auf. We're starting here in the Förder.
Du bist im Förderkorb. Über die Kontrolltafel sagst du an, wo es hingeht.
That's what I wanted to say.
Die Kontrolltafel kommst du zu verschiedenen Episoden.
Yeah. Yes, you have this elevator here as a basis navigation. Works as well on the headset, and we can, for example, go here and have this nice little song of the Ruhrkohle choir, which also made us a little bit crazy in the studio while we were in post-production here. Interactive map, of course, this kind of stuff. Also embedded in the experience are these glossary little words you can find of the Kumpel speech, where you can learn.
Kumpel. Ein Bergmann wird umgangssprachlich auch Kumpel genannt.
That's, I think we knew that one.
Mach schon, der Tag ist kurz.
Yep. So yeah, they didn't hold back with their
Du fährst in einem
comments.
ziemlich abgefahrenen Zug. Dieselkatze heißt das Ding. Hängt an der Schiene unter der Decke. Damit kannst du dir die Welt unter Tage ganz genau angucken.
And you can find lots of different episodes here in this project. It's a very, very big project. One episode is with photogrammetry. One is real-time 3D game experience, but I'm showing you the this web VR experiences are just quick. We can ride the diesel cat, this monorail train here, and go to the different stations. For example, here where the coal is hacked at the end. Go there. People are reacting, of course, only when I look at them. I can walk around here, see what's happening. For example, the glossary also you can find here, and all the words you found before. You can see here, and all the glossary words that are missing. Yes, and still more projects. I think this one, I just show a quick video. Project for Nabu, which was an underwater production. As you also see the kids, for the kids, we were there one day at it's at Oceanum in Stralsund, in this underwater world. They have it inside their Ausstellung exhibit there, and we were there one day, and this was really cool that all the kids immediately came and wanted to try it, and then also the elderly people, they stood there and looked around and wanted to know how it works, and then also dared to try it out, and they were also really positive about it. Just quick distribution is, hey baby, is I think the one big point for web VR, because if you're thinking about a stationary application for, say, a fair or at your store or on an event with a high-end headset, you can also produce the same experiences for online experiences, even if the people, of course, they probably don't have, most people don't have a headset attached to their laptop or their desktop, and if they want to game, probably. But you can do pretty nice online experiences as well out of these productions. And I think that's a big point. So you have very specific target groups here, but it's also you can show to everybody on the internet. And finished? No, sorry. Very quick technology. Of course, it's browser-based, so it's running across current browsers for the headsets. I think Firefox is the one browser which is working best at the moment. Chrome not really so good, but of course the desktop experiences, so the interactive experience for the screen is running on all the browsers as well, or current browsers, let's say. Not talking about Internet Explorers. Also for mobile VR, so Google Cardboard, Gear VR, Oculus Go, of course. Then for the stationary headsets as well, for all the internet users and stationary, as I said before. Yeah, it's a universal system, so with and without headset. We have currently resolutions possible up to 8K. Inside the headsets, of course, it's only 4K at the moment. We reduce the data traffic through a video layer system. Not sure if you mentioned, but the backgrounds are of photographs, and then we have these little video loops that are running there, like 1 second, 2 second, so you don't have like long videos streaming. And also, if there's something going on in these videos, then it's just these little video layers, and and not the whole 360 video scene. And also very important, an intelligent loading and memory management system that loads the content depending on where the users are going, and also putting out all the data out of the memory when it's not in use anymore, so the performance is still okay on the PC. We have our own technology, we call it the Authentic VR Creator. That of course speeds up the production process, because if we want to produce a environment like this, it's very complex. Yeah, we can do very, very complex environments with big structures, very many scenes inside. Still time? No? No, not. Okay, done. Thank you. Okay, questions?
Questions, of course. How many web developers are there? 1, 2, 3, yeah, a couple. I saw one question up there, and then I just jumped right into it. Wait a second. Right.
Klar, verstehe ich.
And I do it in English. The forest experience. Did you shoot the persons? Did you shoot in a green screen, or did you go to the actual forest and shoot it?
Yeah, we went to the actual forest and shot it there. We have some experiences where we also use green screen and put the people in post-production. As we were exploring the area with the rangers there, they had to show us all the locations, so we arranged everything so we could shoot on site. And also we had some shots there. If you watch it online, you will see where they are climbing up the trees or going inside the swamp and all these kinds of stuff. So that would be hard to do in post-production. Of course, possible, but expensive.
So what we actually saw was a loop. So we shot a loop.
Yeah, they are. It's a complex structure of like different loops. Like we call it pre-loops that are starting in fixed positions. We call it on set, where we put the actors or people in fixed positions from where they start certain amounts of actions, and then maybe a second fixed position where they start different actions, and we have post loops where they go into when they're finished. And yeah, it's a complex structure with many different video snippets.
You also work with 360 photos. So
yeah, we shoot on every side. We shoot 360 photos as well, so we have a good resolution as a backplate for all the environments. Yes, thank you.
Right.
Maybe a short question. Are you looking maybe also into volumetric video, and how happy are you with the current state of capturing technology? Because I think there have been few announcements of Photokina that they release new 360 3D cameras, and I think a few companies work also on this volumetric stuff. How is your experience with that?
Yeah, of course, volumetric capturing is the thing we are looking most forward to, because I think that will change everything very much. We haven't tried anything out yet, and I think it will take. My personal view is it will take some time before we have the technology there that we can really use it here. And I don't even know how complex post-production and this kind of stuff will be for our interactive environments, because already now it's very different to a linear 360 video. So, but I'm really looking forward to it, and let's see what's coming. Yeah.
About pre-production, how do you do your storyboarding? Because telling a very linear story and even being able to edit in non-linear fashion is a very different way of scripting a story or storytelling in this kind of fashion. What is your best practices?
Yeah, true. It's a very big, very important point. It's very complex. We have at one point we have all the interactions where you have to have a plan which interactions can be triggered at what point and which connect to the other one with like all this like almost like game logic inside the experience, and then you have it in 360 degree. So if you shoot it, it's the areas. It's also very important that you can produce. If you shoot on one side, you have to do a couple of shots there, and you have to capture something on the other side, which depends then. If you're outside, then the light goes away, and you have to really plan it very, very precisely. So that, the storyboards are really like spreadsheets more or less, where you have these all these interactions, and you can just do your what you have done, and then you have a different storyboard for the real dramaturgy for the place. So one director is like focusing on what the people are saying, and then we have like a technical director who makes sure that we have all the material we need to put it together. So yeah, it's very complex, very thick storyboards we have here.
Okay, so I see one more question. I think one more is okay, but you have in a booth right in the back of the gallery. So
hello. You said something about this project Wilde Erde, where you have this interactive 3D content. Can you tell something about how you've done this with this video to be interactive? Do you use a game engine or something like this?
No, it's all based on WebVR. So there's no game engine involved. It's like based on HTML, JavaScript, web technology, and that's a system that's programmed to have all these kinds of interactions there.
Okay, but is there a platform you can use for this, or have you done everything by yourself?
It's all done by ourselves. It's based on 3JS, WebGL, but the tool, it's not really, I don't know if you would call it an engine, but it's a tool that we developed ourselves, but it's an internal tool, not with a fancy interface or something. It's just what our developers use for programming these environments. Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Well, okay, thank you. You got a booth up there, back in the gallery.
Yes.
So you're here all day for questions and demos and whatever. So thank you, Ole. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.